Almost all of them. I'll give you a couple of examples. We have a client that has a particular CICS transaction that's used by a number of users, and for that group of users, they wanted to add a new CICS transaction. Without TSSadmin Express, the customer estimated that it would probably take in the neighborhood of 30 hours or so to identify the users, and there was 2,000 users who needed to get this new transaction. So 30 hours to identify the new users, to create all the commands, run the commands, and get that set up. They figured 30 hours. Using TSSadmin Express, they did all that work in under 5 minutes. So 30 hours to 5 minutes to get the job done. That's one example. Another example is folks that have a role-based access control or an RBAC security implementation. One of the hardest things to do is to continue to verify that users have the right roles. We have features in TSSadmin Express that we've implemented that very easily allow you to look at a group of users and determine within seconds whether or not those roles are in fact identical across those users. You'll immediately know if there are any differences in the authorities that those users have within that role, just by looking at this particular display. If there are differences, instead of having to go off and research each individual independently and analyze and figure out what the differences are, TSSadmin Express, you can simply hit a PF key and it'll tell you these users have these differences. So you can very easily figure out where the differences are between those users. And then subsequently, we have features in there to actually fix those problems and make those users identical in the way that the role is supposed to be defined. So those are just a couple of examples of tasks that we make easier that would take hours or days to do, and we literally boil that down into being able to be accomplished in minutes.